Ringo TV reactions. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. We are back in the building. You already done know what it is, right? Okay. Ringo TV Raw. We in the building again for another one. Where do we begin? Where do we begin? Well, there's some new news that has come out that we have to get into. Put a 1 in the chat if everybody can hear me. If you're up at this time, it is 3:05 a.m. in North Carolina. And we got work to do. We're here on business. Got to do what we have to do. And we got interesting news, an interesting update for you. Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews is doing some major damage control right now. He's backpedaling after watching my videos. He still won't acknowledge me. And what I'm really disappointed in is you, the viewer. I'm disappointed. I'm going to tell you why. All of you that watch my videos, all of you that gain this information, that gain this knowledge, right, regarding the case with the Turtle Man, why you don't go to these platforms and mention my name? Why you don't go to the comment section under these frauds and be like, hold up, you getting all this info from Ringo? Why y'all don't do that? I'm trying to figure this out. Like, you got these YouTubers that got larger platforms, way more subscribers, they get way more views. You, the viewer, know they're getting their material from me, but you don't say nothing. Don't you know you have a responsibility? Don't you know that in these YouTube streets, you, the viewer, controls everything? You control everything, not the YouTuber. The viewer has all the power. That's right. What I'm seeing now with MTR is he's taken credit. Him and some other accountability fraud woman, I don't know who the hell they are, but we're going to get into the tapes. They're literally posing as if though they're doing some sort of investigative reporting. When I've already done solved the case already. Like, I'm the first on YouTube to expose Turtle Man as a fraud. I told y'all he's a scammer. MTR is a fraud because MTR promoted him, was doing damage control for him to make him look like a good guy. And it backfired. Now, him and Turtle Man are in disagreement right now. Didn't I tell y'all from the beginning that MTR is using him for clicks and views? Put a 1 in the chat if you heard me tell you that. I told y'all this already. I told you that MTR is using him for clicks and views. He don't care about the truth. He don't care about the lie, but he's doing whatever he can do to get the views. That's all he's doing. So now he makes a new video. He uploaded it about 6 hours ago, I would assume, claiming that Aaron, aka Turtle Man, the plumber, that he lied to him. Now, didn't I tell y'all in the stream yesterday? Didn't I tell you that Aaron lied to MTR's face and MTR didn't do nothing about it? Well, now all of a sudden, MTR makes a video saying, oh, Aaron lied to my face and he lied to me. Well, where do you think he get that from? He watched my videos. I saw another video by some other clown. I don't know who this guy name is. I forgot his name. I wrote a comment and his page, he got upset and got salty about it. because he made a video talking about Abba and Preach exposed Aaron as a scammer. I came in there and I pretty much checked him and said, listen, change your video title to Ringo TV Reactions exposed Turtle Man as a scammer, not Abba and Preach. See, this is why I'm saying you, the viewer, have a responsibility. You have a responsibility. You, the viewer. Because none of us content creators will be able to eat, will be able to grow if you're not viewing. Period. So when you see scammers and fake content creators doing dirt, you got to say something about that because it's disgusting. MTR, if you viewing, you're not a man. I mean, you watch my videos in the clouds, just like many other YouTubers. They always watching me. And you realize you got played. You realize you've been supporting a scammer. And you run to your channel and you trying to act like you now realizing you were lied to. Come on now. You busy watching me. Then you bring up some crazy broad talking about she's some woman of accountability, acting as if though she's breaking some sort of story when I'm the one who already done covered the case. This is the problem with these YouTube streets. You clowns don't know how to acknowledge people that you're actually watching. Whereas if I get something from someone, I know how to give them their credit. I'm not selfish. This is why you guys that got larger platforms, I can't respect you clowns. Because it's all about you. You act like you're the expert when you are one of my students. All of a sudden now you're doing all of this damage control. I thought Aaron was your brother. I thought Aaron was an innocent man. Now you trying to make him look like a scammer now. Tutorials is now on his platform saying that Aaron is a scammer. Come on, man. These guys are copying all my work, all of my research that I've done days in advance. Now let's check out a couple of things before we get into the tapes. Let's do a little something here. Now, those of you that are on the Ringo TV Raw channel, right? You're not gonna be able to see the footage, images, or anything on this channel. You're only gonna see the vertical stream with me talking and visually. That's it. You would have to be on the Ringo TV Reactions channel in order to see what I'm about to show, right? So let me get these receipts. Let me get these receipts so I can kind of demonstrate a couple of things for you, right? Let me see if I could do this real fast. All right. Okay. All right. So this is mine. All right. So this is mine right here, right? Let me do this real quick. What I want to illustrate to you, ladies and gentlemen, is a timeline of events to show you how all these YouTubers are frauds and you can't trust them. And like I said, although you're viewing right now, I'm still disappointed with you as a viewer. I have to be honest with you. I'm disappointed in the context of the fact that I don't see none of you on these platforms informing these people that they're getting their material from me. Because the reason why you're important in this situation is because your acknowledgement is going to make their viewers realize the source they need to be watching. Not a regurgitator, not a parrot. They're watching me, and then they go to their platforms and act like they're giving people the news when I've covered this already. You understand? I understand YouTube is competitive, but my goodness, like, you guys are disgusting. And that's why I got to show the receipts, because the receipts don't lie. The receipts do not lie, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's break down a couple of things before we get to the tapes, find out what's going on, right? Now, let's see. All right. So this is media tutorials, right? Now, as you can see, 6 days ago, he did a reaction to the plumber guy on that particular podcast, right? He did a reaction to that, right? During that particular time, he was 100% in support of Aaron. He was in full support of him. Then he does another video, Pop the Balloon, Woman Exposed as Gold Digger. So all he's doing is exposing what Aaron already said about the woman. See? So he's on Aaron's side. He's not speaking against Aaron. He's not holding him accountable. He's in full agreement, right? So now he goes on and he does a reaction of Abba and Preach destroys Pop the Balloon guy, right? Then after that, he starts to post clips from his 5-hour stream, which is this one up here. Pop the Balloon guy addresses everything, which is a 5-hour plus video. That initial live stream that he did was his attempt to clear the air so Aaron, the plumber guy, can look like a victim who was taken advantage of by black women. Unfortunately, the interview was a disaster. The interview was a massive disaster. It fell apart because Aaron admitted that he was in fact stalking his ex-girlfriend. He not only was stalking her, he put a tracker in her car. He also never paid rent while living with her. He confessed to dipping on her. He also confessed to deceiving his ex-girlfriend, which made tutorials look bad because he was trying to defend him and it backfired. So because of that, all of the videos that I've made caused tutorials a lot of heartache and pain. And because he have a larger platform, larger reach, he's able to reach more people, get way more views. He's using that to his advantage to do damage control while trying to make his audience not notice the fact that I'm the one who exposed not only the scammer, but also exposed tutorials as a fraud who was supporting him. Now he's acting like he don't know him now, right? So when you look at that 5-hour live stream that he did, he chopped it up into smaller videos to get, you know, extra views to make extra money. In other words, this video that's on the right side, the 5-hour video, is what made him make the videos that you see on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, from the right to the left. Those 3 clips are from the 5-hour video, right? But now, more importantly, what's interesting is he pretty much did a video a day ago titled "It Gets Worse, Abba and Preach Response," right? Where he does damage control because Abba and Preach pretty much was calling out the plumber guy for being a scammer, which obviously they got the info from me, right? And they said other things that I've already done said. And the sad thing about this is it took Abba and Preach to make a video in order for tutorials to even respond. But tutorials never responded to none of the videos I've made. Why? Because in these YouTube streets, ladies and gentlemen, and this is why you, the viewer, are of great value. Nothing can go left or right unless you, the viewer, allow it. A lot of content creators that have larger platforms forgot that it's you, the viewer, who make us. They get all of these subscribers, it gets to their head, the ego starts to flare, and they forget that it's the viewer who make the content. The viewer is what make the content go viral. Because if nobody's viewing it, nothing happens. You understand? So in these YouTube streets, with so-and-so black folk. There is so much competitive jealousy that content creators with larger platforms really have no original thought. So what they do is they leech off of content creators that don't have their reach. And what they do is they steal their material, steal their talking points, take what they've already said, they run to their platform, repackage it, sound eloquent, deceive their viewers into thinking they're intelligent and smart when all they did is just watch me. That's all they done. So now, what's really going on here? Well, this particular video here. This is where it gets interesting. That video. Pop the Balloon guy lied to me. Now, why is he saying that? Because he watched my video. He watched my video because I'm the one who said that Aaron lied to MTR to his face and made my video exposing MTR as a fraud. These YouTubers are not who you think they are. They only care about the YouTube check. That's it. And there's nothing wrong with making money. But these guys have no real integrity. It's not about the truth. It's not about the lie. It's just about the view so I can make $1. That's it. I told y'all from the beginning, tutorials do not care about that guy. He's using him for the clicks and the views. Now, he's backpedaling, talking about the guy's a liar, he's a scammer. Well, where do you think he's getting this from? He's getting it from me. Now, some of you might say, man, Ringo, you're a joke. You're salty. You're upset. I mean, who cares? Who cares? This is a business, y'all. This is a business. YouTube is a business, which means if I'm the one putting in the research, if I'm the one putting in the work, and you have a content creator with a larger platform who got a greater reach, and he's taken what I've already done, taught, my research, my work, and then he pass it off as if though he did it, and then bring on some crazy accountability broad talking about she's doing research. These people ain't do no research. They research my channel. I'm the source. So you as a viewer must get that word out there. You're responsible for that. How do you think videos go viral? Because a content creator is a content creator? No. People talk about it. And this is why you don't see these content creators mentioning my name. Why? Because if their audience ever find out that they're getting their material from me, guess what's going to happen to my video views? It goes skyrocket. Because why would I waste my time looking at tutorials when he's getting all his info from Ringo? Why would I go listen to some other guy that got 1 million subscribers if he's getting his info from Ringo? See, a lot of you are watching the wrong people. A lot of you are subscribed to the wrong people. This is why in these YouTube streets, it's a very dangerous place. It's a dog-eat-dog world. You really can't even be cool with other content creators at all because they switch up on you immediately. That's just how it is. But now let's get back to these receipts so I can focus on what I'm trying to prove here, right? So now check this out. Timeline of events of my videos. If you notice on the bottom left, that was my first video where I talked about arrogant man shut down all the women, but left with the best one. If you notice, that was 8 days ago. 8 days ago. Right? Now, let's get back to tutorials, right? Tutorials first video was 6 days ago. He was totally in support of Turtle Man. 5 days ago, he's still in support of Turtle Man. 4 days ago, he's talking about how Abba and Preach destroyed Turtle Man. And then he did that 5-hour live stream where he brought him on so that he can bring out his receipts to expose his girlfriend. But instead, the interview backfired on MTR. Now MTR is saying, oh, Balloon Man lied to me. But now let's get back to my content. If you notice now, let me see if I could do this real quick. Hold on a second. I want to make this thing larger, right? Again, my first video was 8 days ago. Now check this out. Pop the Balloon guest get fired from his job 7 days ago. So I was on the case way before MTR. You see that? 7 days ago. That's when we all believed that women got him fired, right? And we talked about that for about an hour and 30 minutes. But then something happened. After that stream, I did way more research. And then I made another video in the same day, another live stream. Weapon X Pop the Balloon guest gives update. And that's when I started to expose him, because I realized that he was scamming. And I realized that he most likely probably lied about getting fired. I realized that there is no humanitarian efforts. I told y'all this in these videos, right? Then I made another video 5 days ago. Pop the Balloon guest Weapon X scamming people after getting fired. 2 hours and 6 minutes of content. None of these YouTubers was talking about anybody getting scammed but me. I'm the one who put the info out there. Now everybody's saying it. Abba and Preacher saying it. You got MTR now saying it. You got some accountability woman saying it. I mean, everybody just copying off me, but is anybody giving me my credit? Is anybody saying, hey, shout out to Ringo TV Reactions, salute to you, brother man, for putting in work? Of course not. You know why? Because they're selfish and they don't want nobody to know my name, because if they do, nobody would watch their channels, and that's just the facts. Nobody would watch their channel. So again, it's up to you, the viewer, to make this known. You got to be in the comment section. Hey, why are you copying off Ringo? Hey, isn't this Ringo? Ringo said this first. Like, why you don't give Ringo his credit? You, the viewer, are supposed to make this type of information known so that other viewers that are looking at will be like, who's Ringo? Who's that? Oh, he's the guy that actually made this mention before all of these guys. Really? What's his channel? Let me go to his channel, see what he got. It's you, the viewer, who is responsible for that, right? So now, let's get back to this receipt. Again, after I exposed him as being a scammer. Now, think about this, guys. In this particular video here, hold on, let me do this. Hold on a second. In this video here, Weapon X Pop the Balloon. If you notice, I got 19,000 views. Why? There's a lot of good things in that video that I talked about. That was the beginning of me exposing him. That was the beginning of me exposing him 7 days ago. 7 days ago, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to tutorials. Let's go back to the tutorials. His first video was 6 days ago. So who was exposing Turtle Man? Who was the one that started the exposing and bringing out the truth? Ringo TV Reactions. Because Tutorial started his reactions 6 days ago, but he wasn't exposing him. He was in agreement with him. He supported him. But as you can see, 7 days ago, I was already on top of the game, bringing out hard-hitting info based on videos he was posting on his IG. Then I exposed the GoFundMe. I exposed it as a scam, and I called it out immediately. You understand? Because this is serious business to me. I'm the one who exposed the brick lady. Listen, nobody on YouTube exposed the brick lady before me. You understand? Now, tutorials have some woman called accountability, whatever. She's there trying to pose like she did this with Rhoda and she's the one that exposed Rhoda. No, you didn't. I did before everybody. And some of you might say, what does it matter? It's important because this is a business. If you own a business and people out there doing this kind of dirt, you would have a problem with it. Do you understand me? It's serious business. And they know that's why they don't mention my name. That's why they don't mention my name. Trust and believe me. Tutorials watch my videos in the clouds. He watched my videos all the time. So now, after I made this video exposing the GoFundMe, I made it clear that it's a scam. Then I did a reaction video to another video that's totally different. That's another Pop the Balloon video. But then, check this out. 3 days ago, Pop the Balloon Turtles scammed viewers for $15,000 with a fake, like his humanitarian efforts. I made it very clear. This man don't work with children. He never worked with children. It's all a lie. Not only that, in my videos, if you study them, I'm the one who said, if you read the GoFundMe, he's using manipulative tactics by saying that he helped single mothers, single fathers, veterans, and people with disabilities. And I made mention the reason why he does that is because it will touch your heart and it'll make you feel like you need to support. I've said this days ago. Now, all of a sudden, MTR bring on some accountability woman where she's talking about, yeah, in her research, if you look at the GoFundMe, it says that he helps single mothers and that's what made me want to give. All of this is my info, fam, repackaged. And he bring on his little guests to make it seem like they're doing the work so that they can have the credibility when really it's all coming from me. This is why you, the viewer, need to be on your P's and Q's and call out these fraudulent YouTubers that are not doing the work. They're not doing no work. I'm the one who's putting in this work. So let me get back to the receipts. So as you can see, I'm the one who exposed the scam, not just 3 days ago. We're talking about from 7 days ago, I've been exposing his scam. So Abba and Preach's new video talking about Turtle Man is running a scam. Fam, they all watching me. They are all watching me. And then I dropped the bombshell video, the shocking update. Weapon ex-girlfriend exposed him as a fraud. And I broke down the entire video with the girlfriend. And I made it very clear that she's telling the truth and that he is a fraud and an abuser of women. You understand? And then I made this video 23 hours ago. YouTuber MTR exposed for promoting a stalker, liar, and a fraud. And now, because I did that, he made his new video talking about, Pop the Balloon guy lied to me. And he put the GoFundMe up there as if though he's in shock that it's a scam. Now let's go to the footage so you can hear this disgusting video that he put together with his sidekick trying to act like they're doing some sort of research when all they did is sat back and watch my video and figure, well, let me do damage control because I'm looking bad in front of these YouTube streets because, yeah, I was supporting this guy, but now I got to do my damage control. I'm not going to give Ringo no credibility because I don't like him as a person. Listen, you don't got to like me, but you got to acknowledge my work. Has nothing to do with liking me. None of you YouTubers need to like me. I really don't care. But the bottom line is right is right and wrong is wrong. When a man put in his work and he does his research, you credit his sources. You don't go out there and act like you oblivious to where you getting this info from because you looking stupid right now because the receipts don't lie. I'm the one who said all these things. So now I'm going to play his tape. When I play this tape, I want you, the viewer, to pay attention. Those of you who've been following all my videos, you're going to hear all of the things I've already said come out this man's mouth. You're going to hear all the things I've said come out this woman's mouth. Watch and see this. Watch and see this right now. Let me get the tape ready for you. Let's get into this thing real fast and do what we need to do. Let's go.
A major update, a serious update in the story regarding the Pop the Balloon guy. After I asked him to provide receipts to prove that he lost his job, he got mad at me. And
now, ladies and gentlemen, didn't I tell y'all that this man didn't get fired? Didn't I tell y'all that this man was making up a story? Didn't I tell y'all he need to provide the receipts to prove that he got fired? Put a 1 in the chat if you heard me say that. Again, you, the viewer, are responsible. You're the witnesses. If we're in the court of law, you have to be a witness. You're the one watching these videos. You're the one who see these YouTube streets. You supposed to know right from wrong and be able to say, Ringo, you were the one. It's up to you. Because if you're not going to stand firm for the truth, then shame on you. Shame on you to see all this work that I'm putting in and you viewing all this content and yet you're not acknowledging the work. Like, it don't even make no sense, fam. This is serious business, right? So now all of a sudden he's coming out of the closet talking about, oh, you know, he lied to me. He need to provide receipts that he got fired. I'm the one who said that in my video. I'm the one who said Turtle Man need to prove that he got fired. I said he never gave y'all no proof that he got fired. How do you know he got fired? I'm the one who asked the real questions. MTR was literally on his side during the entire stream that he did the other day. He wasn't giving him no real pushback. You understand? Let's get back to the tapes.
I'm going to show you that. Before that, let's get into his GoFundMe. Now, mind you, this GoFundMe is how I came across this story. The Pop the Balloon story is something that happened a couple of weeks ago. What made it viral was him informing people on his Instagram, him uploading this GoFundMe saying that he was fired from his workplace because of 500 people called in because they were mad at the results of the show. They were mad at his demeanor on the show. You can see.
Didn't I tell you that that's a lie? I already done told y'all that everything he wrote there about women being the cause of him getting fired is a lie. I told you that already.
Right here, right in the GoFundMe, it says, I was fired from work today due to these videos. Today was honestly the first time that I cried.
Didn't I cover all of this already, ladies and gentlemen? Didn't I tell you that all of these things he made up? It's a whole made up story so that y'all can come out those pockets. And I told y'all the whole GoFundMe is a scam. Even down to the point where the goal of his GoFundMe was set at, I believe it was approximately $1,000. He made $9,000, but the goal said $1,000. I'm like, look, why is the goal at $1,000 and he's still making the money come in? Then he switched and edited it to $15,000. He switched the GoFundMe goal after seeing one of my other videos where I was calling out the scam. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
In a while, getting my license in plumbing was the biggest life accomplishment. It took years of hard work, studying, and praying. And then he also added some things in here about who he provides free plumbing services to. And then he goes to say what he's going to do with the funds. He's saying humanitarian work. And then maybe he wants to become a content creator because now his ability to work is compromised. After I got wind of this, I did an initial reaction to it where I focused on the basic premise of, was his behavior on the show indicative of him then getting fired?
Again, ladies and gentlemen, you hear what he's saying? That he did the research to see if he got fired because of the show. Are you not hearing him regurgitate the things I already done said? I told y'all, him getting fired have nothing to do with the show. He was a licensed plumber. He's supposed to be under a union. You just can't fire a licensed plumber because of some damn YouTube video. The only way you can get fired is violating company policy. That's it. That's something your union cannot protect you from. They can fight for you. They can do all sorts of things, but your job cannot fire you because they seen you in a YouTube video and they're upset because of some words you said. Not when you're a licensed plumber. It don't work that way. So now all of a sudden, MTR is trying to act like he's doing research to see whether or not him getting fired had something to do with the show. All of that is my material. He's literally trying to act like he's doing research when all he's doing is watching my videos.
But again, I would have not known about this unless he told people and convinced us all that he got fired. But because, and I've said this multiple times before on multiple different videos, including the live streams that I did, because he has not showed hard receipts or proof of being fired, I never told anybody to go and donate to the young brother. So I tried to reach out to this brother because
you ain't have to tell nobody to go donate. By the pure fact you got 700,000 subs, trust and believe people was not only donating to his GoFundMe, but they was hitting his Cash App. They was hitting his Cash App. So you helped that brother to get a bag. You played yourself, fam. By the pure fact you had him on a platform with 700,000 subs, when you went live, you had about 4,000 people in the building. You played yourself, bro. You played yourself. You gave him a platform. He's a fraud and a liar, and you knew that from the beginning, but you didn't care because you're gonna eat off of this. You're gonna eat off this automatically. So even though you're doing damage control, when that YouTube check come in, hey, you're gonna be looking good at the end of the day. And you don't have no integrity, fam. I know you don't have no integrity as a man. You talk all this stuff about masculinity. You talk all of this stuff about holding yourself accountable. You're not holding yourself accountable, bro. You're a fraud just like Aaron, because you're regurgitating all the information you get from me. And you're literally sitting there with a straight face acting as if though you're doing some sort of research like a man. And then to add insult to injury, you bring some other crazy woman on your show acting like she's some investigative reporter when she's also regurgitating my info. Let's get back to the tapes.
I wanted to receive proof of that he was let go and the reason that he was let go. And because he was unable to reach out to me in the time that I reached out to him, I'm not going to leave a link to this in the description, but you guys saw his Instagram handle. If you want to go over there, take a look at his page and support him, that's 100% on you. It's just for me personally, in order to be able to link and to promote a GoFundMe, I have to see hard proof.
You see this clown? He's literally acting as if though his platform didn't promote him. Well, you know, before I can promote somebody, bro, he was already on your show. You already done the damage already. By the pure fact you put him on your show and you made the world see that he lost his job because of quote unquote black women, everybody was supporting his show. Now he's trying to act like, oh, before I, link somebody's GoFundMe, before I do that, by the pure fact you had him on your show, you gave him a platform already. You gave him a platform. The man was literally throwing money up in the club. That's all the Cash Apps and donations. That's what happened, fam. Let's get back to the tapes.
I for damn sure don't want to be on the receiving end of another brick face incident, a person lying. I'm not saying that he's a liar, but I like to do further due diligence in the research before.
What do you mean not saying he's a liar? Make up your mind. Is he a fraud? Is he a scammer? What are you talking about? Do you see how he's undecisive? He don't even know what he's talking about. That's how you know when somebody's doing damage control, because he's basically saying, I don't want to have another brick lady situation. You know why? Because when the brick lady situation came out, I'm the one who exposed that she was a liar the whole time. I'm the one who told the world she's going to start a GoFundMe before she even started one. Put a 1 in the chat if you were there when Ringo TV Reactions said the so-called Rhonda is going to start a GoFundMe before she did it. I said she's going to start a GoFundMe and people are going to donate thousands of dollars and she's going to play everybody. I'm the one who did it. I got the videos all on my platform already. And then after that, everybody on YouTube started running with it. Talking about, oh yeah, she's a scammer, she's a this, she's a that. Man, I'm telling you, man, you viewers that view the platform, you got to go to all these other fraud channels and be in their comment section. Be like, listen, man, y'all need to stop copying off of Brother Ringo TV and make their audience know my name, because that's what they don't want. They don't want their viewership to know who I am, because if they do, they're not watching them no more. I provide the best commentary on YouTube. Nobody does a better job. Nobody does a better job. But because these other platforms have a reach, because they're in the algorithm, they get all the views when their material is garbage. And most of the time, it's regurgitated from other content creators. That's how they eat. You got to understand how the business work. The guys that you think are at the top are not doing original content. They are literally feeding off of others that are in the game moving up. That's how they stay afloat. That's how this business work, fam. You got to understand how these YouTube streets is, man. Let's get back to them tapes.
I put my stamp of approval on something. But I hope he gets back to me soon. I'd love to be able to have it.
You already put your stamp of approval on him once you brought him on your platform, because ain't nobody gonna bring a man on a platform to interview him without giving him a stamp of approval. I told y'all from the beginning, I'm not interviewing that dude because I already know he's a fraud, and I'm not gonna have a fraud on my channel making me look bad. I'm not gonna do that. So you already gave him a stamp of approval by bringing him on the platform.
An interview with him, so we can get additional context into what kind of happened maybe before or after the show, which kind of went into his particular response. What I did do is, in an attempt to humanize him and to find out more about his stories, I did a 5-hour live stream with him to donate. Also too, because I said this in one of my videos, but what proof do you have that you were actually let go? And I'm asking because, we've been scammed in the past. There's been people in the past that have Brickface. I just keep talking about her. Set up GoFundMe.
You know why he asked him that? Because I already said that in my videos. I'm the one who said nobody's asking him the real questions. Where's the proof you got fired? That's why he asked him that in the video, y'all. He didn't ask him that because that was a question that he just asked. No, he watched my videos. He watched my videos of me saying all these people that interview this man, they don't ask him real questions. They don't ask the questions that really matter. If you got fired from your job, where's the proof that you got fired? Make us see the papers. Let us see the documents. That way we can know you're serious. I told y'all from the beginning, listen, once the red flag started showing, I literally said, you know what, this guy's a fraud. And I started to call him out. Because at first, we all thought that he lost his job due to these women. And he really painted that picture really good to make it sound convincing. But I saw the red flags. Because I'm saying to myself, there's no humanitarian efforts on his Instagram. There's no children. He's not working with nobody. There's no plumbing work. You don't see him with no tools. You don't see him doing no odd jobs and no homes. You don't see him helping homeless, single mothers. You don't see him helping veterans. You don't see him helping nobody. There is no testimonies. There's no witnesses. All of these things I've already said. And now MTR come out with a lame video with him and some accountability woman talking like they are doing investigative reporting. Let's go.
On me, and she's allegedly a liar. She's right. She's facing a felony count for lying right now. Do you have any proof to demonstrate fired?
Yes. Now I will have some. Give me a few more days. What's today? Friday. Yeah. Give me a few days sometime next week, because we are negotiating.
With GoFundMe? Oh, negotiating with the workplace.
No. Yes. Negotiations are being made because they see the social media attention and they are frightened.
Why would they be frightened? I told you the man is a fraud, guys. If you got fired, the question is simple. Could you provide me proof that you got fired? You don't need a few days. All you got to do is just pop your phone open. Let us see that email that you get. Because if you got fired, you got an email from the company. He never got fired. That's why he have a criminal history. The man is a scammer. I warned everybody. I told everybody this. But again, in these YouTube streets, nobody like to give credit. And this is why everybody gets exposed by Ringo TV. Let's go.
So,
okay.
That's all I can say is say that much.
Okay, well, when you get that update, let me know. And I'll do everything in my power to make sure that my audience knows as well.
He said he'll do everything in his power, which again correlates with what I told you. When MTR had him originally on his show to do the 5-hour stream, he was using that very power to make black women look like the villain, right? While making Aaron look like a victim. Are y'all seeing that? MTR was using his power and his influence through his platform to do his best to make Turtle Man look like a victim, and it backfired. It backfired on him now. Now he's doing damage control. None of you brothers should be listening to MTR at this point. This is disgusting. This is evil. This is wicked behavior right here, fam. The way he's doing this level of damage control just shows he's not a man of integrity. Let's go.
As well as within the GoFundMe, I think you can update it and you can show other pictures or proof or something like that. But I know that that's a concern for folks as well. What I've come to find out is that there were so many lies told to me, but this guy had everybody convinced that he got fired, right? Well, in an attempt to continue to support the young brother, I actually talked to him this morning and asked him, when are you going to provide us a receipt? Because I'd love to be able to show. And I think the quicker that you provide receipts, the quicker that GoFundMe, who has locked his account, he is unable to get this money out of his account right now.
The only reason why he's unable is because I exposed it and then people went on to report his GoFundMe. That's the only reason why. Because they watched my videos. They watched my videos and then they went over there to GoFundMe and they reported those videos, those particular, the scam, and pretty much made it very clear that this is a scam. And that's why they put it on hold until he can verify, because when you have a fundraiser from GoFundMe talking about humanitarian efforts, you cannot use none of that money for your own personal business. Can't. The money must be used for what you said. So what GoFundMe is going to do is they're going to go do a background check to see if Aaron has ever had any sort of humanitarian work done and working with the kids and doing this and that, to see what the parents are saying, see what the community is saying. If there's no testimony that he ever been doing this, it's a scam. And they're going to give all the money back to all of the people who donated. I know how this works. Right? So let's get back to the tapes, y'all. Let's go.
Open it. In fact, let's go through the DM conversations right now. So yesterday, last night, Sunday at 9:02 p.m., he called me out of nowhere. I missed that call. Notifications on my Instagram are obviously off. I only see things when I actually check my Instagram. He called me. I didn't see it. He said, "Damn, bro, that's crazy, man. You got me looking insane now and painted me out the wrong way." And I'm thinking to myself, when I finally saw this, I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean painted you out the wrong way? I've been going above and beyond to let you recount your story.
Do you see that? Do you see the proof right there? MTR just said, I've been trying to go out of my way. To do what? To make you look good. Not to make you look bad. I was trying to protect you. I was trying to make you look like the victim by using my platform and my power and my influence. But Turtle Man can sense that his hold on MTR is falling apart. They pretty much having a fallout at this point. Let's go.
Hold you accountable when you say weird things like tracking the woman in the car, or, you know, when
you weren't holding him accountable. You got exposed because he confessed to it. And once Aaron confessed that he was in fact stalking his woman, that is something you didn't expect him to say. You were expecting him to stay on cold and just continue to deny the allegations. But when he confessed that, yeah, I did put a tracker in my woman's car, yeah, I did do all of these things, what that did, it incriminated him, which means everything that the ex-girlfriend said about him on those TikTok videos must be the truth. Why? Because he admitted to putting a tracker. So if a man put a tracker in his woman's car, that's the worst thing you can do. That's simp behavior. So at that moment, MTR can no longer defend him. He's done. So at that moment, the interview was destroyed. MTR's credibility was destroyed, and he had to do damage control. And that's why you see him doing all of this right now. He's trying his best to distance himself from Aaron because it's hurting his brand, just like I said it would. right? Again, those of you that are on the Ringo TV Raw channel, make sure you're tuning into the reactions channel so that you can see all the footage of what we're showing, right? Let's get back to the tapes.
Throwing money in the club. We have these conversations, but what you tell to me is you're trying to be better. These are in private conversations. You're trying to be better. You're trying to learn. You're looking for advice. You're looking for mentorship. There is nothing that I've done up to this point that demonstrates me attempting to make you look crazy. It sounds more like someone biting the hand that is giving them a platform. He follows up and he says,
You heard what he just said? He said, Aaron is biting the hand that fed him. Biting the hand that gave him a platform. Didn't I tell you that? Are y'all seeing it? So now you understand how these YouTubers work. They only work with certain people. They're just not gonna shout you out on their platform if it don't benefit them. This is why you would never hear MTR mention my name. He watched my videos, but you would never hear him mention my name. Why? Because his greatest fear is that his faithful viewers is going to tune into my videos and get the shock of their life to realize, wow, this is the guy you've been copying all this time. Man, let me subscribe to Ringo. All of a sudden, Ringo's views are going up. And when Ringo's views go up, that is when people like MTR start to get concerned. This is what a lot of bigger YouTubers are very concerned with. They want to stay on top forever. It don't work like that. The algorithm have a way of changing this thing up. And 1 minute you up here, next minute nobody's watching you no more because your credibility is done. And you do it to yourself. Let's get back to the tapes.
man, bro, this got me stressing hard. Man, I thought you was my friend.
Think about how, let me explain this, fam. Think about what's going on here. This man is literally showing y'all DM messages between him and this dude. Ain't that some woman stuff right there, bro? Like, let's just keep it a bean, fam. Let's keep it a bean. We supposed to be men, right? We supposed to be men. We chopping it up behind the scenes. You showing the world our DM messages, bro? That's woman behavior right there, fam. How come nobody ain't calling him out on that? If you and this man had a conversation behind the scenes, that's between you and that man. All you got to do is just come on YouTube and just talk. You don't got to be showing people receipts in terms of, oh, I'm showing DM messages. Bro, you acting like a woman now. You acting like a woman. That's feminine behavior. That's something a woman would do to a man. You know how it is, brothers. You chopping it up with a woman. Next minute, she want to be on some old hating type stuff, some evil stuff, talking about, oh, she exposing you. Oh, here's my receipts. There's Ringo. He's talking to me. That's what women do, bro. You a man and you showing people DM messages now? That's how far we gonna go? Wow, that's crazy.
I wrote this morning, just woke up, hit me when you get this. I then follow a reply to one of his messages about him stressing, and I'm like, not sure what you're talking about. Yeah, it just hit me. I'm like, whatever you think could probably just be solved in a quick audio conversation. So we have a audio conversation from 8:27 a.m. to 8:45. Within this conversation, we talk about many different things. But the main thing that I talked about within this—
Yo, MTR, man, you a woman, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. You don't have no masculine bone in you, bro. You had a conversation behind the scenes with this dude, and you up online showing DMs like a woman, bro. How could a brother contact you for advice knowing you out here showing another man's DM messages, bro? That's how you move? That's masculine, bro? I mean, all you had to do is just call him out. You showing DM messages because you doing damage control. You trying to destroy the man's credibility now. First, you used him to do an interview and you about to get a bag off of, right? Because all of those videos, understand me, bro. I understand the monetary gain that comes from those videos based on those views. So you getting a bag off of those interviews. You getting a bag of residual incomes coming in from the little shorter clips. You getting all that bread. And now you trying to destroy the man now after you made the choice to put him on your podcast. You the one that was helping him. You the one that gave him a platform. You the one that helped to put money in his pockets. You the one that helped people go to his IG to start following him. You gave him that. And now you there backpedaling, trying to distance yourself from the man, showing us his DM messages. You should be ashamed of yourself, bro. This is why I'm the #1 source when it comes to this content, bro. Because I keep it 1,000. I don't sugarcoat nothing, man. This dude is a loser, fam. Straight up loser. You out here showing this man's DM messages, bro. Like, why? Why are you showing this man's messages? Shouldn't that be confidential? Shouldn't that be between you and him? Like, why are you showing that to the public for? That's girl behavior, bro. That's what women do. Women stoop this low. Talking about, oh, they got the receipts, they got the tea. This is dirty work right here.
Conversation, as I said, we only know about you and your story due to the GoFundMe, where you said you were fired from the place that you worked. Where did you work? What is the name of the business? What is
all of this? I've already said. All of this I already said, fam. All of what he's saying there, I already said in videos. What's the name of his company? Where did he work? What is this? How did he get fired? Where's the receipts? Where's the paperwork? How come nobody's asking those questions? Now he's asking the questions that I already done said. Let's go.
the name of the company? I need you to provide that information, because if you don't, you scammed on GoFundMe. This is now a legal issue.
Do you see how he's doing that now? Now he's saying that he scammed on GoFundMe now. Are y'all seeing this? So if he don't provide to you where he work, now you're saying he's a scammer now. Why don't you just tell the people you watch Ringo TV reactions? Why don't you just tell them that? Tell them that you're one of my students. MTR, you one of my students, bro. You one of my students. I could tell one of my students when I see them. You could always tell when somebody's a student of yours because they start regurgitating the things that you say. There's a lot of YouTubers all over these YouTube streets. If you listen to them carefully, you hear my voice in their voice. As soon as they start speaking, you be like, yeah, he watched Ringo. They start sounding like me, talking like me, using my talking points here and there. Like, it's really pathetic at times, fam. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
And I cannot support a liar. I cannot support a thief. I cannot support a scammer.
Oh, so now you can't support a scammer. Now you can't support a thief. Now you can't support this, but you supported him the whole time. You gave him a platform. You gave a thief a platform. Just like you gave Just Pearly a platform. And then when you and her had that falling out, you try to backpedal as if though you weren't a part of the madness. I mean, you taking L's every year. Now you're taking another one. You supported this scammer. You introduced this scammer to your viewers. Most of your viewers gave their hard-earned money to that scammer. Are you going to reimburse them? Of course not. You talking about you taking accountability? Fam, the only reason why you speaking is because you watch my videos. You watch my videos and you realize that this dude is dirty and it's going to cause you a lot of pain. That's why you're doing these videos now. I already got the game, bro. Let's go.
Send that to me. His response to me was, okay, sure, we'll do. I said, okay, the coast is clear. Everything is fine. He's about to send it to me, all right? So over an hour later, over 2 hours later, no response. And I said to him, just in the text message, what's the name of the place that fired you? Here was his response. Apparently he changed his tune out of nowhere. I wonder why. I'm not doing nothing until I talk to my attorney. I told you that already. And this was the point of the conversation that I took a step back, I looked at the DM message, and I said to myself, I might have been bamboozled.
Wow. You just now realize you've been bamboozled. Are y'all seeing this? And that's the guy you crown your champion? A man who gets bamboozled? A man who have 700,000 subs and he's out here getting bamboozled by a scammer. And he just confessed it right there in your face. That's the guy you crown as your champion? A loser? A man who can easily get bamboozled. He just told y'all. I've been warned everybody that Aaron is a scammer and a liar and a deceiver. He even confessed to deceiving his girlfriend. So If he deceived his girlfriend and dipped on her and didn't pay no bills and rent, what makes you think he's not going to dip on you, fam? What makes you think he's not going to deceive you and your viewers? You know? So as you look at that guy, he just looked like a problem. Let's get back to the tapes.
Though I had enough discernment not to donate, and I did not do enough research into his claims.
So you didn't do no research into his claims. So let me get this straight. You brought a man on to interview him, but you didn't do no research to his claims? Fam, you, the viewer, hold the power to do what is needed to rectify these type of situations that y'all witnessing right here. This man just literally said in the public he didn't do no research to validate whatever his claims are, but yet he brought the man on an interview and was siding with him the whole time, but didn't do no research. That just shows how he was thirsty because he saw the buzz, he saw the money that could be made, and now that he got what he needed, now he decides to show DMs to throw Aaron under the bus. Now he's trying to distance himself from the man now after he helped the man to get clout. Let's go.
To give him a platform to speak about any damn thing. And I own it. I take accountability for that. No excuses. Okay. Well, I wish you the best, I said. My credibility is now in question because of lack of proof / receipts. I'm gonna go live in the next couple of hours to discuss this with my audience. Take care. You like that message? You just worried about making content, not worried about the consequences I may face. You may face. What are you talking about? What consequences? Besides that you lied. Potentially, allegedly. I mean, I really don't know at this point. All you got to do is provide the receipts, baby. That's it.
Now you want the guy to provide receipts? How come you didn't want him to provide that before the interview? How come you didn't want him to provide receipts on doing humanitarian efforts? Where was the receipts on that? Talking about he's working with children and talking about he's helping veterans and all this other garbage. I'm the first one to tell folks, if you look at his GoFundMe, the way he word everything is to cater to your emotions. He know when you say veterans, there are a lot of veterans out here. He making it seem like he's doing free plumbing work for veterans. I warned y'all, I told y'all, there is no possible way that that man could be doing free plumbing work for veterans, single mothers, single fathers, and people with disabilities. That's a full-time job right there. There is no time in a day that man could be doing free plumbing work for all of these different people and humanitarian work with children and still have a 9-to-5. Virtually impossible. I've exposed all of this, but because MTR is a dummy, he don't know any better because all he was focusing on is making money through interviews. Let's go.
This whole shit would just go away. You get the GoFundMe money. That's all you have to do. But the way that you are now moving in totality with the other information that is coming out and will come out about you and your lifestyle.
You mean the info I already brought out? Ain't nothing else coming out. I already put all the info out there. Now all of you regurgitators and parrots are out there copying everything I've already said, and now you're trying to pass it off like you saying it. You know what I mean? The way you talking right now, fam, you look crazy because you had him on your platform supporting him, praising him, and you were talking negative about all these women. And now you looking dumb because now it's confirmed that the dude is in fact a scammer and a liar and a stalker of women. So what does that say about you and your so-called discernment as a man? It says that you literally are a joke, because if you're out here trying to lead young brothers and yet you had this brother on your show who was in fact a major simp, a beta male, a stalker, an abuser of women, a liar, a manipulator, a user, a freeloader, and a bum who didn't pay no rent, eating a woman's house and home, eating her child's cereal, sleeping on the damn couch, and then dipped on her while making up stories that he want to marry her, claim that she's a 304, but yet in his own receipts that he sent you, he said that he loved her and was thinking about marrying her. And you had that kind of monster on your show? Fam, you embarrass yourself, fam. Let's get back to the tapes.
It's way more damning. It's way more ridiculous than I could have ever imagined. And what I thought was going to turn into a way to advocate for a man that was unjustly treated because of his presence on
Do you see that? Do you see what he's doing? He was trying to use it against the women.
a game show has now turned into somehow you becoming the victim once asked to prove your particular situation. See,
No, you made him a victim, and that was your goal. You wanted to use all this red pill BS to try to throw women under the bus as if though they got him fired, when black women had nothing to do with him getting fired. That man probably never even had a damn job, because I'm trying to figure out how a man is fired and he's not focusing on getting a job. I'm trying to figure out, and I told y'all this already. I said, if the man got fired in my videos, how come he ain't get unemployment? Go look at my videos. You're gonna hear some accountability woman come in talking about, I did my research. You know, if he got fired, how come he didn't file for unemployment? Fam, I already said that already. I already said where's the receipts of him getting fired. I talked about how there's no way you can fire a plumber because he's under a union. You just can't fire a plumber. I'm sorry. You can't fire people that are under unions. You just can't fire them like that. The union will fight for you and you will keep your job. The only way you could truly get fired is you would have to violate company policy so bad that the union can't save you under those circumstances. Unions are designed to keep the peace. Pretty much. That's what their job is for. Their job is to mediate between you and the job so that y'all can be at peace. That's what the union is for. You just can't fire a man just like that. Let's go.
a man of integrity and truth would jump at the opportunity to show me the evidence. But this is not how you're choosing to move. Therefore, I sense deception.
Now you sense deception? Fam, I've been sense deception. How come you didn't sense it in the beginning if you're such an intelligent man who understands how to help the brothers and lead young men? How come you didn't sense that so-called deception or whatever the case is? How come? Because you were blinded by money. That's why.
Told you we were negotiating and I would get it to you. But do what you got to do. You already switched up on me. Shout out to the queen of
Notice that. He just said, he just told Media Tutorials that he switched up on him.
Accountability. She stepped into my live stream that I did yesterday, the Abba and Preach response live stream. And she super chatted that she was going to do additional work to understand the validity of his claims.
Now, notice how he's promoting a woman as though this woman is doing research to do whatever. All of this is a joke because everything this woman says, it comes right from my channel. Every single thing. Let's go.
And I want to play for you that conversation that I had with her right now. All right, so I got the queen of accountability here who's done.
Now, you notice with me, I let people names fly. I don't really care about none of that type of stuff because I'm not selfish. But these two folks right here are frauds. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you. They watch my channel. Trust and believe that.
A lot more investigative work into what we have right here. So I wanted to bring her up and have a discussion regarding the things that she's found. But first and foremost, I'm hurt regarding this. like, you know, to trust somebody based off of them telling you that, hey, this happened to me post the pop the balloon experiment, discussion, whatever you want to call it, game show. And then to go back and be asking him questions specifically about show me more information regarding your place of business, where you work, and then him to act that way. I'm just like,
you know, Media Tutorials, man, I can tell that when it comes to you dealing with women, this is exactly how you move with women. You would get with a woman, get mad once things don't go your way, and then you start to ask the questions that you should have asked the woman in the beginning. The way you moving right now, you're trying to make it seem like if Aaron did you dirty when you're dirty because you weren't asking him the questions from the beginning. Now you're trying to say, oh, you're hurt and you trusted him. And no, you're just lame. And I can see the way you moving with the Aaron situation is exactly how you move in the dating world with women. The same exact way. You'll meet a woman, you'll put all your trust in her, and then before you know it, things go south, and then you start to ask the questions you should have been asked, and then you get mad at her when it's really your fault. Just like that. Watch this. Let's go.
and it's just pointing in a direction that it may not be true. So Queen of Accountability, I wanted to bring you up here and let's just chat about other things that you might have found.
Oh, so you wanted to bring her up to find out about things that she want to find, but you ain't asked Ringo TV. You ain't review my videos. You ain't look at none of my tapes. So you brung up a woman. The same guy that talks about masculinity, the same guy that talk about he advocate for the brothers, he didn't bring up a brother, he brung up a woman. This goes to show how people move and how they work in these YouTube streets. Let's get back to the tapes.
Wonderful, sounds good to me, and thanks for having me, MTR.
No worries.
So, I know that this man has been going viral all over social media, and everyone heard this story about him getting fired after doing the dating show, that they felt inclined to donate money.
Not me.
And continue to make him more viral than he was at the moment.
The only way he can go viral is when you have him on interviews. MTR was responsible for making him go more viral. Not only that, other content creators that did interviews with him.
Mm-hmm.
I did not talk about it initially because I wanted to investigate before I started to support someone.
So if you didn't start or even talk about it initially, that means you were watching my videos. Because I've been talked about it and I've been answered all the questions and I've been proved the case already, not you.
Who's telling us a story that is so believable that you want to donate. So
I heard his story and I didn't want to donate.
So what I first did, MTR, is when he created the GoFundMe a week ago, I looked at the GoFundMe and he emphasized that he does humanitarian efforts to single mothers, fathers, veterans, disabled. And, it didn't sit right. He bolded only that part.
Didn't I talk about that already, ladies and gentlemen? Put a 1 in the chat if you heard me talk about that already. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard me talk about that mess days ago where I mentioned he's using veterans, single mothers, single fathers, and people with disability to play on your emotions. Who the hell is this broad talking in the background, fam? She's watching my material, man. I'm telling you, it is disgusting in these YouTube streets how people don't want to acknowledge people who put in the work. They just want to act like they're some sort of expert when all they doing is watching me and refuse to give proper credit. You would think somebody like MTR would say, you know what? Let me acknowledge this brother because he's going to keep roasting me with these videos. And that's all I'm going to keep doing because the more I see this type of evil and wickedness, I'm going to keep exposing all these frauds, bro. Because this is wickedness, fam. This woman literally acting like she doing research, bro.
Because when you're reading the whole paragraph, you're inclined to go right to the bolded part. This man is helping out veterans and people that need his help. And so I need to donate. And I just felt like that kind of reminded me of Rhoda Osmond. I said, maybe they're related. Maybe this is her cousin.
Do you see what this woman is saying? She's saying the same things that I already done told y'all, man. I already told y'all all of this, bro. I told y'all that he's using the GoFundMe text to lure you in. I said, that's how scammers do it. That's why he put it in bold, to make you believe that he's really helping all these people. And that's how the money gonna come out your pocket. You understand? He's mastering the art of psychology. He's playing with your mind right now, fam. That's what he was doing the whole time. And there's probably other people in on the scam. And it's not just him working alone. It could be more than one person that's operating this scam. Let's go.
Because this is so believable. So I did my research. When I went to Aaron's Facebook
and Ringo TV reactions channel,
I noticed that everything on his Facebook was about him, his body, working out, doing pull-ups, sit-ups, doing push-ups, everything related to fitness. I was looking even for the picture he used on GoFundMe of him in his uniform. There was no videos, no posts of any of this humanitarian work that he's being praised for.
I mean, this is laughable at this point, fam. I already told y'all, the man have no humanitarian efforts, no works, no children, no in the community center, buying computers, buying book bags, helping them to be better men, better young ladies. I told y'all this a few days ago, and up to now, Nobody's acknowledging the work that I've done. You got this damn broad up here talking about she's doing research and she just figured out, well, I don't see no humanitarian work. Of course, because you've been watching me too. I mean, listen, birds of a feather flock together. If MTR is a fraud, then this broad is a fraud too. At the end of the day, I'm just keeping it 1,000, fam. No sugarcoat. Let's go.
I'm sure a veteran or a single father or a single mother or a disabled person would have said, hey, this man helped us in our time of need. But I didn't see not one receipt.
Didn't I tell y'all there's no evidence, no testimonials, there's nothing coming in from anybody. There's nothing on his pages, nothing on his social medias that indicate that he did any sort of humanitarian work. He did that because there's no other way he can get that money out your pocket other than making you believe that he's out there doing something that is noble. Helping the veterans, helping the single mothers, helping single fathers, and those with disabilities. But what did I do in my research? I made it very common and clear to you. We have 24 hours in a day. And I proved my point. We looked at the videos where Aaron said he don't want to start a business. He said he don't want to start a plumbing business. And I made the question. I said, well, if he don't want to start a plumbing business, how is he doing plumbing work for veterans, single mothers, single fathers, and people with disabilities for free? But he don't want to start a business. Make that make sense? So you don't want to start a business, a plumbing business, but you don't mind doing plumbing work for people for free. Make that make sense, ladies and gentlemen. It makes no sense. There's no way he's doing that. It's only 24 hours in a day. And then on top of that, to add insult to injury, you're doing humanitarian efforts helping children. That's a lie, especially after getting fired. I don't want to hear that. He was in the club throwing money up, drinking, acting a fool. You ain't see him yet with children. And he said he's moving out of the state he's in. He said he's moving. So if he's doing humanitarian work with children, that means he's abandoning the kids. These are the questions I'm posing, and yet people acting like they're not watching my work. How you going to be doing humanitarian work with troubled teens, troubled kids, and you're moving out the state? Now, who's going to watch them and maintain and make sure that they good? But y'all donating money. And you had a bunch of dumb YouTubers sending people to his GoFundMe saying, yeah, so-and-so sent me over here to give you some cash. Let's go.
So we know that a lot of his exes came out and they gave us a little bit of tea, and that helped me to do more research on him. When I did a check on Mr. Sloan, I didn't see a license on file that's connected to his information. And being in education over 11 years, we know all about education. It's linked to your social. If you got a license, if you got a degree, it's going to pull up in any background check. Don't see one for Mr. Sloan. Never even saw a post.
So you're saying if you're certified, it's easy to find these things. It's like probably like a database that you can go into to assure that he's certified. Is that what you mean?
That is correct, MTR. Like if I wanted someone to do a facial, I'm going to go to a licensed esthetician.
Right.
But before I get her services, I'm going to verify that she does have an active license in that state. Anytime you sit for a license or you sit for or any exam, it's going to be public record. I just didn't see one for him.
Oh, boy. I already talked about all of this. I already talked about this, fam. This goes back into my point that there's no way you can get fired if you're a licensed plumber. If you're a licensed plumber, you just can't get fired. No, can't do that. Not that fast. There got to be a process, fam. Even on your 9 to 5, they just can't fire you. You got to go through a hearing. You got to go to HR. You got to, fight for your job. They got to go through a hearing where you got to, answer questions. They got to bring the charges up against you. I mean, some people are just born dumb. I mean, most of you that got 9 to 5s, this is common knowledge. You don't just go to work and they just say, oh, you're fired. It don't work like that, fam. You got to go through a hearing. You got to go through a hearing. You got to go to a hearing where they're going to literally, it's like court. It's literally like court. You got to sit down. You got to answer questions. They're going to bring out the receipts on why they feel they're going to let you go. And now you got to answer for whatever the case is. And then once you do all of that stuff, you might have your union rep that you got to pretty much call. Hey, yo, they saying they're going to let me go. I'm calling my union. There's a process to this. Anybody that work a 9 to 5 is supposed to know this. But see, Aaron think everybody is dumb. Aaron think everybody is slow and stupid. And this is why I did my research and I was using my former occupation when I was working for a particular agency, and I was using that throughout the entire process of me talking about these issues by using the things that I've learned in the skilled trade job that I was doing. Even down to when his girlfriend showed the receipt claiming it's his bank statement, I made it very clear that's not a bank statement. That is a Home Depot business account, a credit account that the plumbers would use to go to Home Depot to purchase products and different things for the job. Why? Because when I worked at the agency that I used to work for, I had access to the company's credit card where I can go to Home Depot and get stuff for a particular job. So in order for that man to get fired, it would be either one reason, meaning he probably took the company business card and was using that for his own enrichment. And I made examples that the company that I worked for a couple of years back, there were SOCs, there were supervisors that done some very diabolical things where they were using company resources, company products and supplies to enrich themselves. And they instantly got fired because they broke company policy. That's the only way you could get fired, fam. That's the only way you could get fired. There's no need for no hearing. We got you on tape. And the people that I was talking about, it's on camera where you see them committing these crimes. You know, in New York, you would know what I'm talking about. You would definitely know what I'm talking about. I don't know if it reconnected. Did the stream reconnect? Put a 1 in the chat if it's connected, because I think it had disconnected. I don't know if we're back. It probably didn't record, so I don't know. But I'm going to try to repeat what I said just in case it didn't record. I was talking about how the agency that I worked for a couple of years back, before they let me go because I didn't take that pokey poke, whatever, the so-called potion, right? A lot of the supervisors were doing illegal activity where they were taking company products, resources, and various things, and they were using it to enrich themselves, where supervisors were caught on tape and doing things, illegal things. They got fired. There's no need for no process or nothing. You got caught dead-handed, red-handed. You're done. So if this man got fired from his plumbing job, it was because he did something that went against company policy. That's the only way. But if you work at a 9 to 5 right now, doesn't matter what your job title is, right? They just can't let you go, especially if you're under a union. They just can't let you go. You know, you got to go through a hearing and you got to call the union and let them know, look, they trying to take my job. What are my options? And the union is going to fight for you. They're going to trust me, they can't let you go, fam. They might have to just move you to another location. That might end up happening. I've seen situations like that happen where somebody was about to lose their job. They came to an agreement and decide to put that worker in another location to keep the peace. That's it. So plumber man, I don't believe that he got fired over no women. It didn't happen like that.
And now, did you not see one at all, or did you not see one that was currently active?
I did not see one at all. What I did see was that he did work for a LLC. When I looked at LLC up in Arizona, the person that owns the LLC is in foreclosure right now. So I thought that was odd that they had time to hire Mr. Sloan when they're losing their house. But then I did more investigative work, and I contacted a place that had the same name in California.
This woman ain't doing no damn work, bro. She's trying to sound like important, like she's doing some sort of work. Fam, I already did all the work already. Like, seriously. I mean, the way these people be talking on YouTube, man, is like they just like the reporter, like the specialist. Like, please go sit down and stop playing games. You've been watching my videos, period. And you're trying to make yourself seem important as if though you cracked the case. No, Ringo TV already cracked the case. Sorry, I win. You lose. Let's get back to the tapes.
Hector said he never heard of him. Hector. So that's 2 jobs that I ever heard of him. And that was the only job that was related to this man's information. What I did find was over 30 cases across many states. We're talking about Nevada, California, you know.
Listen, please stop, woman. All you did is go on social media. You went to one of those sites where you could do a background check. That's what you did. Like, you're not fooling me, fam. You're not fooling me. I mean, you just can't know all of these things about a person unless you use one of them sites to do a background check, which means you paid $5, $10. I mean, that's some messy work, to be honest with you. That's not really research. That's you stalking a man. You know what I mean? And see, that's the thing with a lot of these YouTubers. They say they doing research. Research is not you going to a site paying $5 to $10 or even $20 to do a background check to find out all this dirt. If you got to do that, that's not research. That's not research. You're stalking a person. That's what you're doing. Because if you listen to her wording, you could tell that she was doing some sort of background check using those services to dig into this man's history to find out different things about him. That's creepy behavior. And it just goes to show the level of thinking that she's on and the type of dirty work that she does behind the scenes, possibly with everybody, including men that she might want to date. It's sick. You know? Let's get back to the tapes, man. We cooking.
Oh, Texas, Oklahoma. He's internationally known, but not for any positive reasons.
Notice that he's known, but not for any positive reasons. Why? Because she's looking up criminal history, this, that, and she's making phone calls and being all inside people's business, just doing messy work. Most likely stuff that have nothing to do with the situation. You know what I mean? And again, those of you that are on the Ringo TV Raw channel on this camera right here, to see the footage that we're talking about here, you would have to be on the Ringo TV Reactions channel, right? But, you know, nonetheless, you can still hear me, right? But we're streaming on 2 channels at the same time. You know what I mean? Got a camera here, camera there, right? Okay, let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
So it made me believe that he did not get fired. If anything, I would say that Mr. Sloan was into fitness, and that was his job. He just didn't want to embarrass himself after telling those ladies he could pull $100 grand out of the bank. So right. He knew. I
already told y'all that he had no money in the bank and that he was pretty much flexing on the women and he was insecure and it was feminine energy. Anytime you as a man got to stand in front of a woman and say, well, hey, I could pull $100K out the bank. Could you pull $100K out the bank? Anytime a man have to do that, that's feminine energy. You're acting like a woman at this point. Because if you're really a man and you got yourself together, why do you have to stoop to that level to compete with a woman? If you know you got money in the bank, why are you even trying to lead with your money? That's the quick way to get robbed. That's a quick way to have a gold digger. That's just not cool. Not for a man. A man don't supposed to do that. So from when he did that on the show, I knew something was wrong. Now, granted, all of them on the show was being rude towards each other. It's not just him. We don't want to say, oh, he was rude, he's rude. Listen, he went over the top saying things, but the women were saying things too. My only criticism is when he was going toe-to-toe with the women acting feminine. To me, he was looking bad. Arguing with the women back and forth, that's dumb stuff. Because they insult you, you insulting them back, yeah, it's not really looking good. All you got to do is keep your composure and keep it moving. I told you already, if a woman like you, she like you. If a woman don't like you, she gonna keep it moving. If a woman respect you, she's gonna rock with you. If a woman don't respect you, she's gonna cheat on you. It is what it is. There's no need to chase women around, trying to beg for their attention, trying to beg a woman to like you. You don't have to do none of that type of stuff as a man. If a woman see you, she feeling you, it's already a done deal. It's no different than when you go into a car dealership, you see a car you like, the car sells itself. You don't have to do anything. The sales rep don't have to do anything. All he got to do is just tell you, get in that car and drive it around. And that's it. When I got the SUV, the Ford Explorer ST, he made me drive the regular model. It was the regular model, and then the the ST model. The ST model performs like a race car. It's like night and day. He didn't have to convince us to buy nothing. He just said, go drive it. And it sold itself. That's how it is with women. You don't have to do anything. It'll sell itself. You understand? So now let's get back to the tapes. Almost done. Let's go.
Saying that he got fired will play on everyone's heartstrings like it did, and people were going to donate. When I first saw the GoFundMe after someone put me on it and I read it, I reported it. I actually sent it to a GoFundMe contact.
So hold up. Somebody put you onto it, and as soon as you saw it, you reported it? Sound like some hating stuff right there. Like how you, see, this is how you know that people are frauds. So somebody put you onto his GoFundMe. As soon as you seen it, you report it. And yet MTR didn't give you no pushback for that? Why would you report something after just seeing it for the first time? That makes no sense. That's some hating stuff right there. It's almost like you just reported it because he's a black man and you don't want him to get the money. Even though I know it's a scam and he don't deserve $1, but my point is, you said somebody put you onto it. So you didn't do no research about it. Somebody put you onto it. Do you see how she just confessed? She didn't do no research. She said somebody else put her onto it. I wonder who. You probably just watch my channel.
It helped me with the Rhoda case. So I know for sure people are going to get their money back because he won't be able to provide the documents. Another thing I did, MTR, just for...
She sound overzealous. Very, very overzealous. And, you know, like it's all about her and, you know, she's the expert. And like, I just don't get it, fam. Once you said you reported his GoFundMe, as soon as you first seen it, you didn't do no investigation. That's weirdo behavior right there. That's some hating behavior right there to do that.
Back up. I contacted one of my people in Arizona who work for the state in unemployment. And I just wanted to see if there was any claims for this individual. No.
Really? You're contacting people to see if there's any claims? You sound like a weirdo already. Like that's like really? Like you're literally contacting somebody in the state. First of all, that's illegal right there. I'm just being honest, because that's wasting taxpayer dollars. That's wasting resources, because you just can't contact somebody to find out if somebody is getting unemployment. Like, what kind of dirty work is that? That sounds like something a baby mama would do to her so-called baby daddy for not giving the checks. That's crazy. Are y'all listening to what this woman just said, fam? And this is the type of crap MTR bring on the show. Let's go.
Because he won't be able to provide the documents. Another thing I did, MTR, just for backup, I contacted one of my people in Arizona who work for the state in unemployment. And I just wanted to see if there was any claims for this individual.
Are y'all listening to that? Are y'all listening to what she just said? She contacted somebody that she know. Now, you know that person could get fired for that, right? So what we all need to do is we need to find out who is the person she contacts so that person can lose their job. How about we do that? How about we all band together, find out who she contacted, right? So that person can lose their job, because you can lose your job for that. You're not supposed to be giving no info like that. That's personal. You're not supposed to be doing that. That's company policy. You just can't call up somebody you know because they work somewhere. Hey, could you give me the inside scoop of what's going on with this particular guy? Yeah, let me give you his information. Yeah, this is his info. Yeah. That's dirty work right there, fam. That's not research. That's dirty work. These people are dirty, man. Again, anything that comes out of Media Tutorials channel is most likely dirty. Birds of a feather flock together. Let's go.
No claims have been filed yet, and it's been a week.
For unemployment.
For unemployment, sir, yes. If you get fired, you want to file that claim right away because there's a 30-day waiting period.
Why are you so concerned about his unemployment? Why are you so concerned? Because what you're doing, miss, is dirty work. Let's go.
He hasn't done it. Why? Because he's in the club throwing money. He's doing everything other than what he said he was going to do.
You're watching my videos. I showed the videos of him in the club throwing money.
Also, 6 days ago on his Facebook, he told everyone he's working with at-risk youth. That's his humanitarian work. But what happened to the vets and the single mothers and fathers and disabled? So now he is working with at-risk youth. So he went from all these different things to now he's saying he works with kids, which I find odd, being a felon and being wanted in a couple of those states. I don't think they would let him work with kids.
I already done exposed all of this, miss. You're too late. I exposed the fact that he have no receipts of this. I talked about how there are no testimonials. There's no children. There's no parents that are saying, hey, he really helped my son. He really done, been a very good influence in his life. I told everybody this already. You know what I mean? Just tell the people, just humble yourself, woman, and tell the people you watch Ringo TV. Just tell the people the truth. I know you don't like me because a lot of these people on YouTube, they don't like me because I'm official. Let's go.
Yeah, and this is currently wanted, right? Because when I talked to him, right, the story that I had in my head, and I've talked to him and I did a 5-hour stream with him, and even though I never told anybody to go up to the GoFundMe, in fact, during that stream, I said, you need to provide the evidence. You need to show us the paperwork, right? You need to show us, because
you said that because you watched my video.
Without that, this is just a story. It could just be a fabrication. Oh yeah, no, I get to it, this, that, and the third, right? So even with that being said, right, and even looking up some of the court cases and warrants that he might still have active, and there's some other things that he did not disclose or talked about. Like one of the things I talked about was, he was talking about, if I was stalking women, if I was this abusive person, then where's the police reports? Where is it this? But there's actually some police reports that have to do against harm against women. And, I don't want to get too much on the police reports and stuff like that. Actually, I wanted to direct my audience to your live stream that you're going to have later on this week to come.
Wow. So you want to direct your audience to her live stream, but you don't direct your audience to my live stream. You can't see how they working together to do business, to get the bag. It's not really about the truth, ladies and gentlemen. It's about the bag. That's it. With these YouTubers, it's not about the truth. It's not even about the lie. It's about the bag. I want to direct my audience to your channel because they're in business together, y'all. It's not about the truth. This is why you got to watch who you subscribe to. A lot of you folks who think all these other content creators are heroes and they're this and that, they're all scammers too. Just like Aaron. There are different types of scammers. You got scammers that are content creators. These people are scammers and frauds. They're not real. They're not official. They're liars. They're manipulators. They tell you what you want to hear. They gaslight you and they keep you coming back over and over and over, feeding you a bunch of garbage. This is what they do daily.
I go over all of that stuff, but specifically as it refers to maybe not even having a job to lose at the time of being right after the pop the balloon and then fabricating that for a story. That's really where I wanted to focus in right now, because that's how I know about him. The pop the balloons thing happened 4 weeks ago or something like that. I didn't know anything about that until it was him losing his job. Then I saw this dissenting views regarding him, and then
dissenting views regarding him. Interesting. So you saw my video, right? Of course you did. You had to. The algorithm sends those videos to you. They pop up on the side of your videos. Don't act like you don't see them, fam. I know you don't like me. It doesn't really matter, but you got to acknowledge the truth.
I had a conversation with him, holding him accountable at different times that I thought, things just didn't make sense.
You didn't hold him accountable. Stop lying. You did not hold him accountable. You were trying to make yourself look like you're doing a good job. But the truth is, once he admitted to stalking his girlfriend by putting trackers in her car, you should have shut down the stream right there. There's nothing else to talk about. If I'm interviewing this dude and he admit to stalking his woman by putting tracking devices, the show ends right there. I'm like, bro, did you just admit to putting a tracker in your woman's car to track her? Show's over, bro. Done. I'm just unplugging the microphones, shut it down, cancel you off the show, and then I gotta apologize to my viewers. My bad to my viewers. Dude just admitted it. There's nothing else to talk about. That means that the girlfriend was right the whole time. And I made it very clear in my videos where I did the reaction to the girlfriend. I made it clear that she's telling the truth. Everybody was like, nah, she's lying, she's clout chasing. Listen, if dude admitted to putting a tracker in her car, that means everything she said about Aaron are facts. She's telling the truth, man. Y'all can't just shut her down and say, oh, she's lying, she's clout chasing. No, you got a lot of women out here that deal with these type of Pookies and Ray Rays, and she was sharing her truth, you know?
Absolutely. Never advocating for the GoFundMe, right? Saying you need to provide evidence.
Now he's trying to act like he wasn't one supporting the GoFundMe. I'm telling you, man, this guy is full of crap, bro. He's literally trying to act like he wasn't in support of the GoFundMe. Like he didn't have no support, like he didn't push for anybody to support. Once you bring a man on a platform that have 700,000 subs, I can guarantee you 10,000 people sent him a Cash App. You gave him a bag instantly. No matter how you put it, you are responsible. And now you're doing damage control.
But then it's coming out right now that when I ask him directly, hey, can you send me, what is the name of the place that you worked? Now he needs to go get a lawyer. Okay. What's your license number? Now he needs to go get a number, right? And it's odd how that is happening now. He's okay to go live and to talk about these things in order to clear his name. When I ask these questions,
see, MTR is a dirty guy, bro. He's the type of guy that's very two-faced. He's the type of guy that'll smile in your face, have you on his platform, act like he buddy with you, and then when he get caught with his hand in the cookie jar, now he try to out you and make you look bad, do damage control. I mean, granted, Aaron is not a good guy. He's a horrible person. You know what I mean? But, you know, that doesn't take tutorials off the hook. He's a horrible person too, because he was clout chasing the whole time, trying to get the man on his show so that he could do interviews to make money off of him. And he's going to make money. The YouTube check that tutorials is going to get just off of those videos alone, just off of those videos alone with the interview is going to be a good payday. And he did that with no regard for the truth. And now he's trying to do damage control. He should have been asking all of these questions from the beginning, but he didn't because he was blinded by money. That's all he was wanting. He's full of greed. Let's go.
Prove and provide data or receipts because he fooled the whole country. He fooled the whole.
No, he didn't fool the whole country. He fooled you because you're dumb. It's just that simple. He fooled you. He ain't fooled the whole country. Because my videos were here warning the country. I warned everybody not to give not $1. He ain't fooled the country. He fooled you because you're dumb. Period. You're slow. You believed him and you supported him. Now you're trying to act like you didn't support him. It's crazy how people would support you 1 minute and act like they don't know you. That's what Tutorials is doing right now. He's literally acting like he wasn't buddy with dude.
Country. Like he fooled people who went and paid within the GoFundMe, but everybody who's reviewing the story is saying it's messed up that he got fired.
Notice what he just said. He said everybody that's reviewing the story. Who's everyone? Who's everyone, Tutorials? Who's everyone that's reviewing the story? You see how he's admitting that he's watching other people, y'all.
Messed up. But the assumption was that he wouldn't be lying to that extent, that perhaps it's not true.
So MTR, I agree with everything you said. And one thing about the internet, if you truly got fired and they called this company 500 times, that would mean they knew the company's information.
Yeah.
May I ask you a question? Have you seen the name of this company floating around, sir?
Nope. Sorry, you can't see me. I'm shaking my head.
Has it told you the
No.
name? Did he give
No,
you a
he hasn't
piece
told
of the
me.
name of the company?
So he hasn't told me the name of a company. I've seen a name floating around, but it's the same name that you called and you said that they don't know who he is.
Correct. And not only that, when I went to the reviews, typically when a plumber comes to your place and they give you, kudos, they say your name. In California, Hector is the main plumber that's under that name of the company, but it's actually an LOC that's under Aaron's information. And the LOC it goes all the way back to Yavapai, which is Arizona. And when I reached out to the owner of the LOC, he did not know an Aaron. So all I'm saying, even if they're lying to us saying that.
Didn't I tell you that Aaron went to Home Depot to get that picture that he put for his GoFundMe? I told you that already. That's not a plumbing outfit, fam. When I worked at the agency I used to work for, plumbers do not dress with orange vests and all that other stuff. No. They don't come in like that, fam. I'm just being honest with you. So I know he probably is not even a plumber, guys. Probably lied about the whole thing because I talked about that in videos many times. Let's go.
Don't know, but it's true. He wouldn't have any problem showing you. You're not going to.
It should be easy.
This is going to help him continue his journey of healing.
It's not even about showing MTR the receipts. He should have showed these receipts on his Instagram. Because I've been called this out. I'm like, why there's no receipts on his Instagram showing he got fired? How could 500 people call his job, right? But yet it's difficult for him to show proof that he got fired. How they got a number to a job to get him fired? If 500 phone calls came into the job, you'll see evidence of that all over TikTok of women saying, this is his job number. This is the location. None of that info came out. All of this I talked about in videos already. Now everybody else trying to do the same thing.
If he just shows it, the GoFundMes will go crazy, but people are not donating because, I was telling people, wait for the paperwork to come out.
This guy said he was telling people, wait for the paperwork to come out. Man, I tell you, man, do you know how dumb you sound, MTR, bro? You literally had a man on your platform. You have 700,000 subs, bro. Don't you think there's at least 10,000 dummies that donated? Have it ever dawned on you that there's at least 10,000 dummies that donated? You know how people are moved by their emotions. They just donate automatically without no research. Let's go.
Right. But so if he was to provide that, and it would go more towards his efforts, but he's all of a sudden now I'm the enemy for him. All of a sudden he's upset at me because I asked simple information that he should be more than willing. I'm more than willing to sit down for a 5-hour conversation about who he is, his particular story.
Listen, fam, y'all gotta listen. Don't trust YouTubers, man. I'm just being honest with you, fam. Don't trust YouTubers, bro. They could be some of the most dirty people, man. Like this guy literally was cool with him, right? Doing interviews. Now he's literally distancing himself. Let me distance myself from, I don't want to be no part of him now. That's what he's doing right here. He's distancing himself from Aaron. First they were buddy. Now they enemies now.
Why not show the evidence to prove that you did not set up this GoFundMe fraudulently, utilizing wrong information to pull at the heartstrings of people in order to get donations and increase donations?
Now he's trying to act like he's an advocate now for what is right, when really he just watched my videos. Now he's trying to act like he's exposing Aaron for defrauding the people and getting donations. That's all of that is my original work. I'm the one who exposed Aaron for all of these things. Rather than MTR go on his platform and say, hey guys, y'all need to check out these videos by Ringo TV Reactions. He did a great job exposing Aaron's scam, his frauds. I don't want to take no credit for the man's work. Check out his channel, his Ringo TV Reactions. Hey, salute to that brother. Here's a little clip from his video. He showed this, that. These YouTubers are frauds, man. That's why you can't respect them and you can't trust them, fam. Like, seriously. It's all about the paper. It's all about the bag. It's all about the almighty dollar. They don't care about the truth and they don't care about the lie. It is just a business. That's it. MTR used Aaron for the interview in order to get the bag. That's it. He already knew the guy was dirty. He already knew the guy was questionable. But hey, he did what he had to do in order to get the bag. That's it.
MTR, something else that I noticed is the picture he's using. That picture is nowhere on any of his social medias. And what bothers me is that besides that picture, what else is the proof that he's a master plumber? Because
he never said he was a master plumber. That's to show that you're a dummy too. To whoever that woman is, he never said that he's a master plumber. He never said that. He said on the interview with MTR that he pretty much wanted to, I guess, further his licensing in order to get the master plumber license or whatever the case is, so that he can do his business or start a business one particular day. He never said he was a master plumber. That proved you're not paying attention and you didn't do no research.
he's using a Yahoo that does not link back to anybody's information. Sounds like he just created the master plumber 209 at Yahoo email to kind of corroborate this plumber story. But when you look at his social medias, I don't see a video of him fixing a sink, laying down pipe, shaking someone's hand.
Laying down pipe. Hey, yo. She says she ain't seen no videos of him laying pipe. Yeah. Come on, man. You know I gotta go there, fam. You know? She's interested in seeing video of him laying pipe. Yo, that's funny right there, man. You get it, right? Laying pipe. See, this is why when I was on the 9 to 5, right? Those of you who know, you know what I'm saying? I used to be a heating maintenance worker. And in that line of work, you deal with a lot of stuff that would be deemed questionable when you have conversations. You'll be like, hey, yo, every single minute. Like, you know, in New York, it's a thing called the pause game, where if you say something questionable, you got to say pause, or like it sounds gay. Like, hey, yo, whoa. Like, you know, like how that Harvey's, how they be like, we got the meats. We got the meats. We got thick meats. All the meats you love. Mouth-watering meat. Hey, yo. That's kind of crazy. So now in that agency, like, we have different equipment that we would use. Like certain piping, it would be called a nipple, right? In plumbing work, those of you who know certain piping, it would be called a nipple, right? Like, so if you have a female that works and you'll be like, sister, could you pass me the nipple right there? Pass me those 2 nipples. She'll bust out laughing and I'll be like, what did I say? I'll be like, sis, could you pass me that pipe wrench? And one of the brothers will be like, hey, yo, what are you doing, man? Or if you got to get the pipe wrench to loose off the pipe and you have to hold the pipe, he'll watch you holding the pipe, gripping it, and he'll be like, yo, what are you doing, bro? So it's like we had these type of jokes on the job all day, man. Some funny stuff, man, you know? Like on the boiler, right? On the boiler, right? Those of you that is in that type of work, you would know what I'm talking about. There's something called a bottom blowdown. It's a bottom blowdown is when you take the lever and you open it at the bottom of the boiler to let the water out, right? So it's called a bottom blowdown. So, you know, like these particular terms, when you hear them, you think of sexual things. You get what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. Some of y'all probably like, what the heck is he talking about? I'm just having fun, man. I'm kind of reminiscing on the job, fam. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I got to see how those old co-workers are doing, fam. You know, hey, let's get back to the tapes.
Saluting a veteran, there's nothing. And for someone that's been living and sleeping and eating and breathing plumbing, it'll be everywhere. All I see is him shaking his pectoral muscles and acting a damn fool. What?
I already said all of this, miss. I already said all of this. I already said there's no videos of him working with children. All you see him is dancing around in a Ninja Turtle outfit. So all your research is vain. You wasted your time. Just tell the people you watch me. Like, seriously.
I want you to know is that I was never convinced of his story.
Now you were never convinced of his story? Really? You were never convinced of his story, but just a few audio clips, you were saying that the story was so convincing, it made people want to donate. But now all of a sudden you were never convinced. I mean, come on, fam. Y'all all got and y'all feel dumb. Let's go.
I felt like this was Rhoda 2.0. He's worse than Rhoda. And those police reports, I have over 30 that were sent.
He's worse than Rhoda. How is he worse than Rhoda when Rhoda got more money? You sound crazy. What is she talking about? How is he worse than Rhoda when Rhoda convinced the world that black men stood by while she got hit with a brick in her face? How the hell you gonna say that he's worse when she got over $40-something thousand and he only got 13? See, what you're displaying, ma'am, is a hatred for men. That's what I'm hearing. You're gonna literally sit there and say, oh, he's worse than Rhoda. Really? Rhoda accused black men of sitting there while she got hit with a brick, which made black women go off on black men all over the world. They were throwing all of us brothers under the bus, calling us weak and saying we're not protecting the black woman. I don't see that in this situation. So how is he worse than Rhoda? Rhoda is worse. That was a dumb comment. Let's get back to the tapes. Now, you could say worse in the sense of the fact that he's stalking women in that aspect, but worse in as a whole? No. Let's go.
Me. And I will expose that on Wednesday. I'm going to show everyone. And I did contact a couple of those policemen who are looking for Mr. Sloan. So while he's out here throwing money in the club, bring your ass out to Elk Grove, Mr. Sloan, and stop avoiding what you did. I saw it.
Why are you calling the police on the man now? Like, this is not research. This woman sounds very vindictive and hurt, fam. Like she's out here trying to get a man arrested. And I think somebody said that in my live chat on the Ringo TV Raw. Debbie said she is trying to get someone arrested. Super weird. So shout out to Debbie. She already said it first. See how I just gave her credit? See? She does. She sound like she's trying to get somebody arrested. That's what that sound. That's creepy right there, man, because that goes way outside of what we're trying to get to. I'm not interested in anybody getting arrested and all this other stuff unless they committed a crime. But it seemed like this woman is going out of her way trying to put a man behind bars. And yet MTR is sitting there and he's not giving her no pushback by saying, look, fam, I understand and we trying to hold him accountable, but like you going a little too far. Like, why are you trying to get the man arrested for? Like, this is crazy. So as we can see, MTR is advocating for this man to get arrested unjustly for not even doing anything in terms of a criminal, like a crime. If he did a crime, then yes, he deserved what he got coming. But the way she's talking, man, is like she have a hatred for men. I don't understand that, man. Let's go.
And you're not slick. You won't get past
queen.
me.
They call you the queen of accountability for a reason.
She need to be accountable for her own actions, fam. You sound creepy, bro. And I bet she don't got a man. Let's go.
Listen, I'm going to ensure that I leave a link down below to your live stream where you begin to talk about all of these things. But Daphne, thank you. Right?
I want to say one more thing, MTR.
He used her to do his extra damage control, fam. I'm telling you, this is how these fake content creators work, fam. This is how they move. This is how they work. It's disgusting. Let's go.
You know, as black people, we have to do better. You know, I thought Rhoda created some change with these scammers that they're going to be careful on how.
She's riding the Rhoda campaign. She's not talking about the situation. She's using the Rhoda clout to try to remind everybody about Rhoda. Rather than staying on topic, she's talking about Rhoda. Be very careful of these manipulative tactics with these YouTubers.
They scam. And clearly Aaron didn't get the memo. But what bothers me is that Aaron has so many different talents. And being a...
I don't care if she's married. She sounds like a man.
scammer shouldn't be a talent. He could be helping the community with getting out of obesity. He could be helping the community with...
Why don't you help the community get out of obesity? Why he got to help the community? Why don't you do it? I cannot stand when people tell other people what they should be doing with the community when they don't do nothing for the community.
Taking care of their mental and physical health, but instead, he wants to take money by using vets and single mothers and fathers. That's the guys. Just like Rhoda said, she has to pay for those medical bills that she never paid for because she didn't have them. This is why we are...
I could tell, man, if this woman have a man, he's annoyed.
Suffering as a Black community. And when people like us expose it, we're haters. We're narcissists. We're snitches. Well, I'll take all...
You sound like a snitch. You trying to get the man arrested. I mean, doing background checks and all this other mess. I mean, how you finding out all this stuff about this man? You doing background checks. That's dirty work. That's not research.
Those titles if it means people get to get their money back. Because on those same GoFundMes, there are people dying and all they need is $50.
Oh boy, you're talking about people dying now? Come on. That's manipulation. You playing with people's emotions right now.
This man was able to garner what? Almost 15,000?
Yeah, but Rhoda gained 40 something thousand. Talk about that.
I'm not happy with that, and I'm gonna make sure.
You're not happy with that. You sound like a hater, fam. This is bad, man. We understand that Aaron is a joke and a scammer, but at this point, you don't sound like someone who is doing investigative reporting. You just sound like a hater at this point.
It is shut down, and he is banned, and that he never can do this again.
All right.
She want him to get shut down, banned, so he can never do this again. This don't sound like somebody reporting the news. She sounds like she have a personal vendetta against men. That's how she sound, fam. Like just a deep hatred or something, man.
And make sure you keep in touch with me regarding kind of the follow-up work to this. I'm very interested to see where this progresses. But
really? All you had to do is just watch my videos, which we know you did already.
Again, the queen of accountability. Thank you so much for your due diligence, the extra work, and verifying the truth, because that's what we stand for over here.
Verifying the truth. I already did that already, fam.
The end of the day is the truth.
That's
all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a blessed day to everybody.
All of this damage control that MTR did, when really he's guilty too. Look, guys, if Aaron, aka Turtle Man, is guilty, then MTR is guilty too. He's guilty too. He's a fraud too. He had him on the platform. He promoted him. He supported him. He endorsed him. You get what I'm saying? Listen, when you give a man a platform, you're guilty too. You're guilty. And this is something that you, the viewer, must understand. Don't let MTR get off the hook. No. How? He promoted that man, fam. He tried to make Black women look like they got him fired. Black women did not get that man fired. That man probably never even had a job in his life. He driving around in a Tesla. He said that he got 100K he could pull out the bank. So where's he getting his money now if he don't got no job? Come on, man. The man is a hustler, fam. He playing all of y'all. He was at the club throwing up money. Why would a man be throwing up money if he just lost a job? Y'all got played, man.
All right. Take care. So where does this leave us right now? Well, the ball's in your court, my G. I do so very much hope that I am wrong here, that you do have the...
Do you see all the edits in his videos, guys? Do you see how when he does his videos, it's like clip, 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 clip. These guys cannot talk straight. If you notice, when I'm doing my live, I'm just live. I'm just fluent. I'm able to communicate, get my thoughts. Everything is clear and straight to the point. But look at how much edits he does in a video.
Necessary paperwork to show exactly what you wrote on that GoFundMe about you being fired, because 500 people called into that show. But the more evidence that I'm seeing regarding this situation and the way that you are now choosing to behave towards me makes me think otherwise. The reason why...
Do you see all the cut, copy, paste, clip, 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 clip? I cannot stand when people do that, fam. That tells me that these people are not really good at fluently speaking on camera.
accountability and myself went so hard on the Rhoda case before is because we wanted to dissuade others from ever doing something like this ever again. But it seems as though they're still coming out the woodwork without a care in the world of them lying in lieu of whatever consequences that they may face. And if he cannot provide these receipts, if he cannot prove that this is the case, he should not only not be able to get the money, which is an obvious thing, but then also everybody should be getting their money back that donated to him. Situations like this hurt men, full stop, because there's men out there that are suffering from false Me Too. There are men out there that are suffering from paternity fraud. There are men out there that are suffering from false allegations. There are men out there that are suffering the effects of a biased family court system. There are men out there. My intent is to support men that are facing real situations.
See, he just admitted it again. That was his goal. His goal was trying to support a man that he thought was getting thrown under the bus by women, and it backfired on him. That's what really went down. He's doing damage control, y'all. He realized he got played. He realized he got bamboozled. He admitted it. And now he's doing all of this damage control to try to convince his audience that he took personal accountability when that is what I said he should do. I'm the one who said that's what he should do in my videos. I'm the one who brought that out. I said that MTR got played. He was lied to in his face, and he needs to take accountability and apologize to his audience and make it very clear that this is what it is. You know, my bad. I thought it was this way. You know, my bad. You know, that's what I said he should be doing in my last live stream. And now you see he's doing the backpedaling just as I said he would.
Not those that fabricate it by utilizing lies. That's why I wanted to interview this guy, because I believed his story.
He believed his story. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? He believed his story, which means he came there to throw black women under the bus. But it backfired, because when Aaron confessed that he was in fact stalking his ex-girlfriend and put a tracker in her car, right? It made MTR look bad, because once he confessed, everything else the ex said about him must be the truth. So at that point, interview is over. All credibility lost. Let's go.
Because I saw something within him that I saw within myself, less the strong family upbringing that I had. But nevertheless, unless he could prove something different, I take full accountability for all of this. At the end of the day,
You see all the edits? I mean, this is a lame. Listen, this man is not taking no full accountability. He's not. He's literally just saying what needs to be said in hopes that y'all would just forget this even happened. That's what he's doing, y'all. He's just saying whatever needs to be said in hopes that y'all would just forget about this and just say it's a little boo-boo, that's it, and just move on. And don't really leave and, you know, unsubscribe and get pissed. That's what he's really doing here.
it is what it is. You win some, you lose some, but it's not about the L. It's about what you do after it. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. MiaGuTutorialsReviews@gmail.com. Guys, should I still go live about this? Maybe I'll bring people up. We have a discussion about it. I think it'll be fun. Leave your comments down below. What do you guys think about this particular situation? I'd love to be able to see it. All right. Until next time, YouTube.
Man, I tell you, man. This man is a joke. One complete joke, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, I'm gonna get up on out of here. Wow. I can't believe it. It's 5 in the morning. I don't supposed to be up right now. I really wasn't supposed to be live. The thing is, I was doing some work on the computer and I kind of clicked and the algorithm sent me tutorials video and I looked at it. I said, no way. I got to go live right now. I said, I got to go live. This ain't going to sit. I got to go live while, you know, I'm tired and whatnot. I got to go live and let the people know what's going on. Let's see. Hold on a second here. Hold on. I'm gonna give a few shout outs on this Cash App. Shout out to Ray for the support. Revolutionary Loss for the support. Jacqueline twice supporting. Christina. I believe this is Tanika. Another Christina is a different Christina. 2 Christinas is in there. Appreciate you. I think it's CJ and Marcus and Forever Studios. Right? So we're gonna get up on out of here. Appreciate everybody rocking with the platform. We will be back later on in the morning with more content. I'm excited about a lot of different things. I'm just encouraged and whatnot. Yeah. So shout out to everybody out there, man, on the 9 to 5, doing what you got to do. Shout out to everybody at Lowe's, everybody at Home Depot, everybody at Walmart. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that work in them joints. Shout out to everybody that I run into in North Carolina. Pretty much anybody I run into in North Carolina, I always tell them about the platform. You know, I tell them to pull up, you know what I mean? And, you know, just kind of get familiar with the people out here, especially in the stores, you know what I mean? It's a totally different vibe out here than New York, totally different. You know what I mean? I still have to get accustomed to it because certain things I'm just not accustomed to. And it's like when you come from New York and you out in the country somewhere, it's like you be on edge. It's like you kind of looking around like, you know what I mean? Like, it's something that New York teach you, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's a good side of New York to have that, but you know, I'm always on edge. I watch everybody. I'm like, for real, man. So we gonna get up on out of here. I'm gonna go make me a sandwich and then get me some rest. You know? Where are the sisters in North Carolina? I don't know where they hiding, bro. I really don't know. I gotta find a park in North Carolina. I don't know where the parks are. I gotta find the parks. Like, where do people go? Like, where do people jog? Where do people bike ride? I don't know. Where are the parks? What is going on? You know, it's hot outside. You know, you figure people go to the park. The ladies go walk their dogs or whatever the case is. Like, I don't know, man. I got to do more research, man. Okay, so yeah. We're gonna get up on out of here. Again, appreciate everybody rocking with the show. If you like my commentary regarding this situation, consider subscribing to the channel. Give us a like. It will help with the algorithm. As a viewer, you're responsible. You're responsible for viewing content creators, and when you see them repeating things that I've already done talked about, you got to say something. You got to say something. Like, go in the comments, but like, you know, did you get this from Ringo? Because Ringo Ben said this like days ago. Like, why haven't you react to Ringo? Ringo literally gave the best advice and the best info regarding this case. And it's like, nobody's talking about it. Like, all you YouTubers are all talking amongst yourselves and shouting out each other's names, but y'all ignoring Ringo. There's coming a day, mark my words, there is coming a day where all of you YouTubers, right, that don't acknowledge me, it's gonna come a day where you're gonna wish you did. I promise you, it's coming a day for that. Trust and believe me, the time is near, because what I see going on is very wicked. And it's sad. And again, a lot of times you, the viewer, you don't understand the politics of this because you're on, you're viewing. But you have to understand this is a business. So when you have content creators that refuse to acknowledge people, it's like they want to suppress you. They don't want nobody to know you. They know you're there. They know you're real. But if their audience ever see and hear you, they're not going to watch them no more. I'm telling you the truth, man. It's like going to a barber, right? You're not really all that when it comes to cutting hair, but this barber right here, he the man. So what you do is you try to make your customers not know who he is. Because the day they get a haircut from him, they're not coming back to your shop. I'm telling you. That's why a lot of barbers be greedy. A lot of barbers be stingy. They don't be wanting nobody. Oh, don't go to nobody else. If I'm not here, don't let nobody else cut your hair. Because they know if they get a haircut from somebody else and they very good at it, man, you ain't coming back no more. It's just like if you have a woman and you ain't laying the pipe, you ain't giving her no heavy meat, and she went out there and took some heavy meat from some guy from the back, it's over for you, fam. I'm just telling you the truth, man. Somebody else put heavy meat in your woman from the side, you know what I'm saying? Lift her leg up and hit the corners, you know what I mean? Telling you, man, it's over for you at that point, bro. I'm just saying. Hey, some of these ladies that are viewing right now, they know what I'm talking about. They already done had that done. They were dating one particular guy. You know what I mean? Everything was cool. They went fooling around, met up with some other guy. Next minute, he put heavy meat inside of her deep from the back. Balls deep. And man, he hit the corners, like back in the back crevices of the walls. And when he hit that area, she jumped. And it's like, she was like, whoa.
Oh man, that was something else.
What's going on, babe? Everything good?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, wow, that was an experience.
Well, I try to do my best. You know how it is in these streets.
Man, oh man, I don't know if I could go back home to my man. I really don't even know what to do right now. I'm kind of confused. I mean, man, that was something else.
Well, I try to do my best to please the ladies.
I don't think I'm going home tonight. I know. I'll just call my man and tell him that, I gotta stay to do overtime at the hospital. That's what I'll do.
If your girl says she got to do overtime at the hospital, guys, you already don't know what she's doing, fam. I know it's bothering you, man, but hey, even in the hospitals, they be taking heavy meat, bruh. I used to see sisters, man, all the time do some things, bruh. The 9 to 5, bruh. It'll make you think. I done, seen some things, did some things, caught people doing things. I remember one time, fam, I had to go get something from one particular room. And, I went in the room, went through one door, it goes through another door, and through the side door. I opened the door. I'm like, whoa. My bad, bruh, my bad. My man. See you, bruh. I couldn't see the sister the same way no more, bruh. I walked in there. She was singing on the mic. I was like, whoa. Whoa. Hey, I didn't mean to disturb y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't see nothing, fam. I ain't see nothing. It's lunchtime. We at the cafeteria. I see her come in the room. I'm like, she's looking at me, man. She put her head down like, And I remember there was this one time, man, she was just so uncomfortable, man. It's like I knew every time she seen me, man, it's like she was just so uncomfortable. She was coming down the hall one day and I just kind of stopped. I was like, look, it is what it is, man. Stop feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? That's my peoples, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Hey, I ain't no big mouth. You don't see me around here talking y'all business, you know. Hey, it is what it is. Things happen. And yo, I walked in the room. Yo, I couldn't believe it. Yo, the things that I've been seeing, man. You had another worker. He got caught. He got caught banging a chick behind the boiler, yo. And it was caught on camera, man. Yo, homeboy was doing, he was doing OT and was banging the sister from the back, bro. Yo, it's, you know what's so crazy about the workplace, man? Anytime dirt happen, it spreads throughout the whole place instantly. Everybody starts to know.
Girl, you heard what happened? What happened? Suck it now. You know Jeffrey? Yeah, I know Jeffrey. What happened to Jeffrey? Well, don't tell nobody I told you this now. But for some reason, I went in the other room the other day. They had Kathy and Gillette in the room. You know what them two ladies were doing to Jeffrey? What they were doing to Jeffrey? Don't tell me it is what I think it is. That's exactly what they were doing. I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought she was a Christian. You mean she's a Christian? It's such a shame. And she go to my church. Cause you know, the other day my mom and my grandpa, they invite me over for supper. And I had to confess my sins. I got sins I got to confess too. Well, my sins are worse than yours. Cause after I saw what them ladies did at the workplace, I end up doing it myself with Bobby. What?
This is crazy, man. Yeah. All right, y'all, we gonna get up on out of here, man. This is getting crazy. Man. So hey, we gonna do what we gotta do, man. Peace and blessings to everybody on the Ringo TV Raw channel. We're gonna close it out over there first. So come on over to the Reactions channel where we give our final thoughts, right? So let me close it out. Salute to everybody on the Ringo TV Raw channel. I see Lady P in the building over there. Who else we got? Is that Naomi? I believe it is. Got John. What is that? TY. Got Debbie. Spa, I believe, and a couple of other folks, Forever Studios, Viola, Kenneth, and it is what it is, right? Okay, so, and Jacob, and a couple others. I ain't gonna go through every list. I'll be here all day, you know? But salute to everybody over there, fam. I'm gonna close it out. Come on over to the Reactions channel. Peace and blessings. We out, right? Okay. All right. Oh, I forgot to put a thumbnail up over there. That's weird. I forgot. I forgot to put the thumbnail up, but it's all right. I'll fix it. Okay, so, man, it's probably daylight out here already, man. 5:29. Ah, boy, I wasn't supposed to be up right now. I should have just went to sleep earlier, but I had to go live because it's like, after seeing that MTR video, I'm like, nah, heck no, I gotta say something, you know? So my final thoughts, MTR is a fraud. He's a fraud. He's doing damage control. He realized he's looking bad. He know that he's being exposed by me. He know I'm calling him out right now. He know that there are viewers that probably is coming to him privately in the DMs telling him like, yo, there's this guy named Ringo. He made a video about you. I don't know if you know who he is. I'm pretty sure he's getting that type of stuff because normally your faithful few will always run to you privately to tell you who's talking about you. You know? So, again, you, the viewer, have a responsibility to go onto these fake profile channels and let them know who's who, because you, the viewer, have that kind of power. Without the viewer, we have no channels. Without the viewer, we get no views. Without the viewer, nothing happens. So as viewers, right is right, wrong is wrong. When you see people out here stealing talking points, stealing content, stealing the news that I put out there, you got to call them out on that mess and make them know that as a viewer, you stand for the truth rather than turning a blind eye to it. Because it's very serious business when YouTubers steal content and ignore the source, and yet they benefit from it. That's evil. That's wickedness. You know? That's wickedness, fam. That's like buying some Caribbean food and then telling people you did it, that you cooked it. So in order to impress a woman, you bought the Caribbean food from the shop. But when you invited her over your house, you made it seem like you fixed the meal. And for 6 months, you've been doing this repeatedly, making her believe that you're a good cook at home when all you're doing is getting the food from the Caribbean store. You don't acknowledge the man who's fixing the food. You don't tell her, look, it's not my food. I get it from that restaurant right there. Instead, you use the food to impress the woman like you did it while hiding the source of where you get the food from. That's how people move in these YouTube streets. Right? So I'll catch y'all on the next one. Ringo TV Reactions. We salute you. It is what it is. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. All right? Rate, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Ringo TV Reactions. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next video. Ringo TV Reactions, the #1 reactionary channel on YouTube, hands down, putting in work since 2006 till now. I'll catch you in the next video. Ringo TV Reactions. We salute you. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat, all the channel members, everybody that make it happen. It is what it is. Y'all have a blessed day. We out of here. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RingoTVRaw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.